We have tons of great authors to introduce you to, but I am going to introduce you first to the author's author. She is the author of Driven Fearless, the complete roadmap to driving after an accident. Please meet KristaLyn Vetovich. Vetovich.
Vetovich.
I knew it. I practiced and then I broke because KristaLyn Vetovich. I did better that time.
Nailed it. Yeah,
okay, great.
perfect.
Well, in any case, now that we all have your name right, because I've said it 4 times, Driven Fearless. This is an incredible personal story. I know a lot of people have had an accident and said, I'll never drive again, or other incidents, other traumatic incidents where they said, I just never want to face this again. What is this book about? And then why did you write this one?
Thank you so much for asking that. I have actually been writing since I was 10 years old, and I've been publishing young adult fantasy, which I like to kind of consider fiction self-help, since I was 13. So what I've learned from 15 years of indie and traditional publishing is that the most underserved area of the writing community is actually anxiety. Writers are people too, and in fact, we're people first. So I wanted to give writers this roadmap to navigate their anxiety in the same way that I help writers navigate writing their fiction books. And it's important to me because you can get out there, you can explore the world, experience the world, gain all of that inspiration to write what you know, and then realize that you can write and have a life.
So write and have a life. So this is the typical writer story in our heads is like we have to go to a cabin, abandon our friends and family. Usually it includes alcohol, and there's not really a balance between a lot of things. And if you can't do that, you just don't get to write, and you're waiting. And I see so many people that are waiting to write. If there's one tip that you would give somebody who's always wanted to write, just feels like there's not enough time, there's not enough space, what would that tip be?
If I had a tip, it would be actually to quote Elizabeth Gilbert in her book, Big Magic. She says that your story ideas choose you, but if you can't hold space for them, they will eventually move on. So if your story idea has chosen you, act now. Embrace it now and nurture it now. Write your book now. This is the time.
Yeah, 100%. Also, one of my favorite books ever. So, all right, I'm going to take a question from Olena from La Crosse, Wisconsin, who says, is it really possible to write a book in 9 weeks?
It is absolutely possible to write a book in 9 weeks. In fact, this nonfiction book that I was able to do with this company, I wrote in a day and a half because I've been able to understand and master how to find inspiration on demand instead of working with writer's block. You learn how to navigate around that. So it is totally possible, and you can do it.
I love that. So, Olena, it is totally possible. Everybody you meet here did it within 9 weeks, but the truth is much more like what KristaLyn said, which is somewhere between 2 and 3 days is kind of the most common amount of time. What people often do, not always, but what people often do is they'll get prepared over 8.5 weeks and then take about 3 days to actually write the thing down and lock it in. So, KristaLyn Vetovich.
Beautiful.
She is the author of Driven Fearless. If you know someone who has been through a driving accident, great book. If you are somebody who has wanted to write and you feel like there's something that stood in your way from writing, this book will help you to track down KristaLyn. We'll make sure you have her contact information. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.